Welcome to Corey's Conscious Living.
Hello, my favourite friend. If you haven't joined Cat Club yet, please talk to your mum, your dad, your guardians, your grandparents, whoever it is that's in charge, and ask them if you can join the Cat Club. You'll get 3 exclusive Heidi, Cherry and Vaya stories every month on the 7th of the month. I hope you can join and become part of the family. Namaste, my little friend. Enjoy your story. Are you ready to meditate with Corey? Lie down in your bed and get really, really comfortable. Make sure that everything is just right in your room. The lights are just right. Your pajamas are comfortable. It's quiet and warm. And then when everything feels just right, try and be very, very still so that you can listen to the story and relax your body completely. Tucker had had a life-changing event. He was no longer the same dog. He was so excited, he couldn't help himself. All he did, 24 hours a day, was talk about his new girlfriend, Belinda. Leo was not impressed. At first, Leo conjured up a little bit of happiness for Tucker. But then after 4 days of constant Belinda chat, and Belinda this, and Belinda that, and complete and utter mesmerized devotion on Tucker's part, that Leo decided he'd much rather go and stand on the back garden in the pouring rain or in the freezing snow than listen to Tucker anymore. But Tucker was quite a simple, happy dog, and he didn't get the message that sometimes when people roll their eyes or actually stop even looking at you, it's time to stop talking about yourself. This is a very, very important trait. It's a trait that all people, dogs, cats, hamsters, mice, whoever are communicating with each other need to follow. When someone that you're talking to looks very, very bored, or looks like at any moment they could hit themselves on the head with a hammer, that means it's time to stop talking about yourself. But lots of people don't understand this cue. And therefore, like Tucker, they drive the people that love them absolutely crazy. Tucker met Belinda at the dog park. Oh, Leo, she's absolutely adorable. She's lovely. She's like the nicest dog I've ever met. And she's so kind, and she's so intelligent, and she's so soft. Oh, and you know when you rub your nose on her, oh, she's so soft and it tickles up your nose, and it's so funny because every time I sneeze, because her fur is that kind of fur that just like flies absolutely everywhere, and it goes up your nose, and it's like it goes all over my fur, because my fur's black and Belinda's like a grey white colour, then I can see her all over me, and it's so nice because when I get home from the dog park, she's still with me. And then at the dog park, we just know each other. We just play in sync. We don't even have to talk about whether we're going to chase the ball. She just knows me already. She knows. That's how we met, Leo. That's how we met. We were both chasing the same ball, and at the same time, our noses went down on the ground to pick up the ball, and our noses kissed. And in that moment, I looked into one of her blue eyes and one of her brown eyes, because she's a husky, and huskies sometimes have different coloured eyes. And I looked into her eyes and I thought, oh, golly oh, mama. Oh. And I couldn't feel my legs. I just instantly fell in love. And I couldn't breathe. And I couldn't swallow. And my heart was pounding out of my chest, Leo. It's pounding. It's still pounding. Put your paw on my chest, Leo, and feel my chest. Feel my heart. It's pounding out of the middle of my chest. Leo rolled his eyes. Tucker didn't notice. And then we kissed with our noses. And then I gave her the ball, obviously, because, Mum and Dad said you have to be a gentleman. And I gave her the ball, and she wagged her tail a lot, and then she said, thank you. And I said, you're welcome. What's your name? And she said, it's Belinda. What's your name? And I said, it's Tucker. Tucker, very nice to meet you, Belinda. And then from that moment, that were it. Since then, we've been to get ice cream together. We've been fishing. We've been to the mall. We've been to the movies. We've been absolutely everywhere, Leo. I can't leave her side. I just want to be with her all the time. Do you think that's love, Leo? Do you think that's love? Leo said, maybe. He looked quite pained. His face looked very pained when he said it. He didn't go, maybe, like he was happy about it. He said, maybe, like his pained face. Like his face looked like, when they stick their faces out of the window and the wind blows their face all over and they have to squint their eyes a little bit because the wind is so strong. It looked a little bit like that. His eyes were squinted and his face looked a little bit distorted, like he was literally in pain. But once again, Tucker didn't see the cues. He wasn't very, very good at the whole communication, like you talk for a little bit, I'll talk for a little bit, you talk for a little bit. I'll ask you questions about your life and you ask questions about my life. The normal interaction that people do. He was definitely one of those friends that just talked about themselves all the time. But that's okay. Leo lay down, frumped his head down on the ground, kind of looked up a little bit at Tucker. Tucker noticed that Leo was still looking. Luckily. Well, not luckily for Leo, because that meant Tucker could carry on talking. And then, this one time, Leo, we went swimming. We went swimming in the lake. And the lake was so cold. And Belinda, bless her, Belinda was just like shaking. But then I realised she was just shaking because she was wet. But at first I thought she was shaking because she was so cold. Like sometimes you get cold. Belinda's a husky and she doesn't really get cold because she's got so much fur and her outside fur is lined with another layer of inside fur, and then maybe I think there's another layer of inside fur. I think it's like insulation fur or something, and then it's like another layer of fur. I think she's got like 12 layers of fur. Anyway, she's always fluffing absolutely everywhere, but when she's wet she's still warm. I mean, how can you not love that? And I love her. I really do love her. I love her so much that I can imagine spending the rest of my life with Belinda. And I like her parents. Her parents are really nice. And her parents get along with my parents, which is perfect because whenever we go anywhere, they talk a lot. And they talk so much. And like they laugh at each other, Leo. Like they laugh. I mean, Mum laughs. Mum's quite shy around other people, but she doesn't. She actually laughs a lot. She looks like she's actually enjoying herself. Well, like Dad talks to anybody, doesn't he? Dad is so friendly. He just talks and talks and talks. He's a bit like me. And then Mama will be rolling her eyes a little bit at Dad, and Dad doesn't notice, and he carries on talking and talking and talking. Dad's a lot. Oh, am I Dad? Leo, I've noticed you have been rolling your eyes at me. Leo said, you mean you've noticed? And you still carried on talking? Tucker said, yeah, because, what I have to say is very interesting. And I gathered, or I thought, when you were rolling your eyes that it was some kind of like inner comment, like, oh, Tucker, that's amazing. But I didn't realise that you were rolling your eyes because I was going on and on and on and on and on and on and on like Dad does. Oh, I'm sorry, Leo. Anyway, let me tell you about when we were swimming. So we were swimming and she got so wet, and obviously we got both of us got wet. And then when we got back to the banking, she was shaking, but she wasn't shaky because she was cold. She was shaky because she was so wet. And when she was shaking, she wet me through again. I had like a double shower. I had a bath in the lake, and then I had a shower off Belinda and Leo. I could have showered like that all day. It was the nicest shower. And it felt so nice because it was Belinda's shower. Do you think that's love, Leo? I do. I think it's love. I can't stop thinking about her. And when I'm laid down, I just go, like I just want to be with her. Like I want to go to dog park again, and I keep pestering my mum to go to dog park. I keep getting my lead and running over and giving her my lead and dropping it on the ground and shaking my tail, and sometimes they just don't get it. They carry on watching telly. And I'm so frustrated because in that moment, I really want to go see Belinda. I'm trying to learn how to say Belinda to Mum and Dad because they don't understand anything. They just think I'm whining. And then we keep going, Belinda. But they're not paying attention. They're just watching that programme that they're watching on telly. What is it? I don't know which one they're watching, but they're just watching that. Leo, I love her. I love her so much. I think I want to be married. Leo said, oh, that's a bit soon. Tucker said, no, not really, no, because I can't think of not spending the rest of my life with her. I'd like to move out, maybe live in a condo, or live in like a forest tree house, and then we could like run around the trees and play in the forest all the time, and maybe get like fairy visits from the fairies. And yeah, I like the forest. I'd like to live in. I think I'd like the forest more than a condo for sure. Tucker went on for about another hour about where he would like to live with Belinda, his beloved girlfriend. Leo fell asleep at one point, woke up, went outside to the toilet, came back in, laid back down, and Tucker didn't even seem to notice. Leo closed his eyes and sighed, and Tucker started to tell them all about the time when they went to get their nails done together. I didn't really want to, Leo, because, it's not really my thing. But, Belinda, she likes to get her nails done. She likes to go to the spa and get like a fur brushed and her nails done. And when she goes, she smells so good. Her fur smells so nice. And it's even fluffier than it was before. It's like she just moves and it fluffs everywhere. And then we got his nails painted. I went for blue, because I thought blue would look good with my black fur. And Belinda had pink, and her nails look so pretty. And then they offered to brush his teeth while we were there. And I was like, no, thank you. Belinda loves having her teeth brushed. She chews on the brush while they're brushing it, and she thinks it's really funny. And then she'll chew it and hold it, and then they can't get the toothbrush out of her mouth, and then they're pulling on the toothbrush, and then she's just pulling it back in and chomping away on it. It's so funny to watch, Leo. You would have loved it. Leo had already fell asleep again. And then Tucker went on to tell Leo all about the time when they were fishing, how Belinda was a really good fisherwoman and that she caught so many fish. Couldn't believe it, Leo. So many fish. She put me to shame. And normally you'd be like, oh, I don't like this dog. They catch too many fish. They catch more fish than me. They're a better fisherman than me. I don't like this dog. But Leo, every fish she catch, I was counting them with pride. And I kept looking at her and I was thinking, oh my goodness, She's just amazing. Everything about her's amazing. You'd love her, Leo. You really would love her. You'd love her as much as me. And then, Leo, she likes cats. So, because she likes cats, and I like to eat some cats, but I don't like to eat Heidi and Cherry and Vaya. I really like those cats. Well, I think she'll really like Heidi and Cherry and Vaya. I think we should have a party, Leo. And I think we should invite Heidi, Cherry and Vaya and some of their friends and some of our other dog friends. Maybe we could invite everybody from the dog club. And then the cats could invite everybody from the cat club. And we could have a you know what we could do, Leo? We could have a party in the forest and everyone could make us a treehouse together. We could have like a treehouse party and everybody that can bring a piece of wood and then we'll all put the pieces of wood together and we'll make a little cabin in the forest and that's where me and Belinda can live. Leo slept through the whole thing. But luckily for Leo, or not so lucky, the next day Tucker went on again and again. And again, and again. Leo did think it was a good idea to actually make a cabin in the woods or some kind of treehouse in the woods for Tucker, because that way he'd move out. But then when he thought about him moving out, he didn't like the idea. He knew he'd miss him. So Leo really doesn't know how he feels about the whole thing. We'll have to find out. We'll have to see what happened. Now, if you haven't closed your eyes already, go ahead and close your eyes. It's time to relax your body completely. It's time to let go of your day. To rest your body. Relax your muscles. Relax your bones. It's time to let yourself fall to sleep and have the bestest dreams, the sweetest dreams that you've ever had. Namaste, my little friend.